Hello everyone, it is I, Leclerc. Only some of you will get that. Quite a few of you probably. Just reminiscing, I used to own this field. I used to mow this on one of those when I was a small kid. Called a hater. Bloody great thing. Used to drive itself with gears and I felt very grown up. Here, when my brother was in the Navy and I was too young to drive, I used to borrow his car and practice my handbrake turns. Little did I know that they would become very useful in years to come with VIP protection driving. These were the cliffs that you'll see in my book. Did I mention that? Firearms and Fatals was where as a 10 and 12-year-old I would be climbing up these cliffs and skipping around them like they were a little playground. It's not bad here. So yeah, as most of you know, I look after my mum. It's gone from guns and fast cars to elderly ladies and what elderly ladies do. I'll just get out this wind. It's nice of you, thank you. It's been quite an interesting little while on social media, hasn't it? It's always very important to have to make sure what you're saying is true, the context is right. You'll get away with it for quite a while. I don't tend to fight back an individual. I don't tend to argue with specific individuals. It just fuels the fire. You'll notice actually I was on some of you and on my thread that I was on GB News with an interview, and I'm always very careful which interviews I might take up. I haven't been able to take them up for 12 months, and you will get to know that shortly as to why that was the case. Had to fly under the radar for a little bit through no fault of my own, but it was the right thing to do under the circumstance. So, but on GB News I made it very clear, well, I thought I did, it is there, even in their shots that they put on social media themselves, that I was saying that there are an awful lot of spats on social media where people call the police as a knee-jerk reaction, and I disagree with that. The police have got a lot more things to do. They have to prioritise, and at the moment we all know that it's very difficult to get police officers when there's something quite serious going on. However, I did specify that if things are persistent and they're causing huge stresses, I forget the words I use, but real major concerns, then it can be very damaging, and that needs to be stopped, and the police need to deal with that. But of course, my little darling trolls, bless them, choose to not see that bit. They also put a lot of stuff about accusations I'm not going to put on here, but some of them were quite filthy and disgusting, and I just hope that people are intelligent enough to read through it, have a look through their threads and see how toxic and bitter they all are. There's very few of them, but they're the same ones. Usually I get a bit of a troll and I just leave it and they're gone, you know, simple as that. And that's usually the case, but when somebody is constantly saying you're this, that and the other, and then things could even materialise to even worse, where serious accusations are made, then that's when I need to do something about it. Because unfortunately people do start to believe it, and it does affect your personal and your life. You know, there's not a lot of work I can do while looking after an 88-year-old woman with dementia, so therefore I'm pretty much stuck here. So I'm writing books and I'm trying to promote policing still, the frontline policing, you know. So important, those good men and women on the front line that just need a little bit of, you know, it's sort of all I'm going to be able to do about it, but it makes me feel better if I'm actually giving the oh, there's my dog just about to walk over the cliff, I think. Arthur, come on, no rabbits there. Well, plenty of rabbits there actually. Come here, buddy. Clueless about the whole stresses of life. It is a dog's life, as you know. Although he's got a little wart on his eye. If people zoom in to a photograph that that Amora, my partner, has put on recently. You'll see a little thing there, and you'll think, oh, a little bit of cotton. Take that off when you were a kid. Nah, 1,300 quid at the vet. 1,300 quid at the vet. I'm glad he's not some massive pedigree thing that just to have a look at them, it's like 7 grand. But that's why I've never bothered with insurance with dogs, because I always have terriers, and when their leg falls off, it grows back the next day. So I've taken the chance, and it's worked out. So if he has a really big bill and he has a few more, then it's still I'm still quids in. But anyway, I diverse. Why am I tangenting? Because, well, basically I always tangent, as you well know, and I've just had a nice little coffee. What would sicken Amora is that along with my coffee, don't worry, I didn't use it to stir it. Love you all. It's been emotional.